What's up, guys? Randy Orton Fan 2011, and I'm back here once again for. I know you guys been waiting this for a long time. It's the PORWC Adidas Knockout Series. There have been a bit of problems on the first and second rounds of the PORWC Knockout Series. Just so that you know, whoever you see in the in this video, I will have all four conference finals matchups ready to go here. So whoever you see in this matchup, you are in the quarterfinals. Of course, Aaron Williams and Charles Jackson will make up the first of our quarterfinal matches in Conference A. Aaron Williams, the 1 seed, Jack Richards, Charles Jackson, my bad, Charles Jackson, the 2 seed. And I got another special guest commentator, and he will help me out on all four of these knockout series races. It is Dillon Young. How are you doing?
I'm doing great there, Kevin. It looks really, really good, and it should be very, very exciting.
Well, you know, Charles Jackson, Aaron Williams, these two guys are close allies, but of course they're gonna have to put their friendship aside on here because this is for all the marbles here. This is for 20 points.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a very intense race. Bristol's a very exciting short track. Best man gets the win. Who knows? Maybe it could be on the final turn for the win.
Well, Charles Jackson won the right to the inside line. Aaron Williams will have to deal with the outside as we get ready to go racing. And remember, this will be 5 laps here at Bristol. Remember, it's a winner take all situation. Everything will be single knockout from here on out as they get rolling. It's going to be an epic five lap battle here in Bristol. And here we go. Green flag out in the air. And Aaron Williams already got a great start coming off the start. Aaron Williams, the number 1 overall seed, starting off well, but who knows, Charles Jackson might be able to catch back up.
Yeah, Aaron Williams is a good driver, and you know what? I think he's going to beat Charles Jackson in this race.
Well, and of course, Aaron Williams chose the outside line as he is the higher seed. And it looks like Aaron Williams could possibly win this. 3 laps to go. We're just about halfway through the race. And they're going just about as fast as everyone else here. But it looks like Aaron Williams is going to start pulling away now. Aaron Williams looking for 20 big points. And yes, Aaron Williams is starting to pull away from Charles Jackson. Aaron Williams almost 0.2 of a second faster than Charles Jackson on lap 3. And here they come off turn 4. The white flag is out, 1 lap to go. This is it.
I think Charles ran out of time there.
Yeah, Charles Jackson is 5 car lengths back unless Aaron Williams makes a huge mistake. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Aaron Williams will win Conference A. Congratulations to Aaron Williams. He takes home Conference A. He will advance to the semifinals, and he will get 20 points towards the PORWC Pepsi Cup Series. Well, Dylan, looks like Aaron Williams just proven that he may not do well in short tracks, but he got the better of Charles Jackson on the outside, starting on the outside line.
Yeah, and we've heard about it a lot about Aaron Williams not doing well in short tracks, and he just showed us, you know what? I may not be well in short tracks, but here I can win it.
Oh yes, Aaron Williams. Usually when it comes to packs, he's not that good, but when it goes to one-on-one, he knows how to stand under pressure. Coming up next is the Conference B matchup. That is Dylan Poteet and a big upset in Conference B. Steven Whitman. Could Steven Whitman possibly steal Conference B away from the defending Pepsi Cup Series champion? Stay tuned. Here we are, we're back here in the Conference B matchup. It is Dillon Poteet, our defending Pepsi Cup Series champion, alongside a very surprised Steven Whitman, the 6 seed versus the 1 seed. I don't know how Steven Whitman does it, but I mean, he could pull off a major upset here in this Conference B final.
Yeah, I'm surprised too with Steven Whitman. I think he just wanted to show, you know what, I may be new, but I think I could pull off the biggest upset ever.
Well, as they'll take the green flag. They take the green flag. Dillon Poteet with the early advantage. And man, it's been having that early advantage, and I think Steven Whitman might have spun the tires on the start.
Yeah, I mean, I want Steven Whitman to win because he's a big inspiration, but I don't know if he's beat Poteet. I think Poteet be too much for.
Yeah, Dillon Poteet is definitely one of the household PORWC names. But of course, Steven Whitman trying to make a name for himself here in this series. Just about halfway through this one. And Dillon Poteet was about 6/100ths of a second faster than Steven Whitman on that one.
Yeah, it is not good at all for Steve Whitman.
Well, they're going to take 2 laps to go. Dillon Poteet's in the driver's seat. And he's starting to pull away now. Dillon Poteet about 65 one thousandths of a second faster than Steven Whitman. They come off turn 4. They'll take the white flag. And Dillon Poteet's pulling away.
Yep. Poteet's too good.
Dillon Poteet had a miracle, actually swept the race weekend here at Bristol, and he's going to take home another win. Dillon Poteet wins Conference B.
Yeah, you just got to watch out for Dillon Poteet at Bristol because he shows a sign of the sweep and more victories in the next upcoming future.
Well, Dillon Poteet, obviously, if you remember my series, Dillon Poteet swept the race weekend in my GameStop and Pepsi Cup Series race this season. And not a surprise to see Dillon Poteet take home the win, take home Conference B. He will be going on to the semifinals. He's going to get 20 points. And even though he's already locked into the finals, the playoffs in the Pepsi Cup Series, Dillon Poteet would certainly like to take his second PORWC championship home with him. Next up, we got.
He could win with 2 championships. He can win this and the PORWC Pepsi Cup Series.
That's right. Next up, we have Conference C. It is Jack Richards and Rhett Yates. Who's going to win that one? Stay tuned. Here we go, guys. It's time for Conference C matchup. We have Rhett Yates and Jack Richards, and I'm surprised about Rhett Yates. He's the 7 seed in this. He's a 7 seed in Conference C. He could possibly steal a major upset in this PORWC knockout series.
Yeah, you always wonder about Cinderella stories. I mean, Rhett Yates has the perfect idea for it. You know what? If he wins this would be one of the biggest shockers in the Final Four.
I know he upsetted the 2 seed. He upsetted the 2 seed before in his Conference C, and of course he definitely was on a roll. And here they go. They're going to take the green flag. Rhett Yates and the 7 seed got a great start, and Rhett Yates is going to have the advantage.
I bet if you Rhett Yates, how am I going to beat Jack Richards, who's one of the most dominant cars for an All-Ego?
Well, who knows what could happen, and looks like Rhett Yates is going to have the advantage so far. Jack Richards just a little under 4 car lengths back, but who knows what could happen. Maybe just one slip up by Rhett Yates could open up the door for Jack Richards. Jack Richards was actually 2/100ths of a second faster than Rhett Yates on the previous lap. With 2 to go, could Rhett Yates possibly come up with a major upset?
Yeah, Jack Richards is trying to get up there, but I don't know if he's going to get up there. No, he's running out of time.
Well, he's got 1 lap to do it. Rhett Yates will take the white flag. And if Rhett Yates can stay on track and stay cool under pressure, he can pull off one of the major Cinderella stories that we have seen. And Jack Richards starting to fall back just a little bit. They come off turn 4. Rhett Yates wins Conference C.
Wow. So Rhett Yates, he's going to be in there. You know what? I can't wait for the next one, which who will face.
Of course, Conference D matchup, that is coming up next. Trent Dunham, Danny Wells, 2 PORWC members are going to go at each other. But how about Rhett Yates? Rhett Yates was a 7 seed, was the 7 seed in Conference C, and he ends up tearing through the competition. He's in the semifinals.
Hopefully, if he wins this, he's going to be bragging about that for a while.
I mean, this has got to be one of the most famous Cinderella stories we have seen. Of course, you see everything come out with a major upset, and I think Rhett Yates, he could possibly be that one guy that everyone's going to be talking about soon.
He could, but here's the thing: if he goes against Danny Wells, he's just got to fight on with him. If he's going to fight Trent Dunham, though, that's going to be the most challenge he's going to probably have to face.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see what happens in the Conference D final. Stay tuned, guys. The Conference D final, Trent Dunham versus Danny Wells, is up next. Here we go, guys. This is the Conference D final matchup. This is the final matchup to determine who will get the last spot in the semifinals. Trent Dunham versus Danny Wells.
Battle of the PORWC members, which one is the strongest? I think it's going to be Trent Dunham with the experience.
But don't count out Danny Wells. Don't count out Danny Wells. Who knows? Just one slip up by either one of these drivers could mean the end. Could mean the end of their tournament. Of course, Trent Dunham chooses the inside as the higher seed. And they will take the green flag. And Trent Dunham with the head start. He'll have the advantage coming into turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, he would like to win after Red Bell being eliminated by the person who just won in Conference C. So, who knows if Trent Dunham will win this or not?
Well, he's in the driver's seat right now. He's only 2 car lengths ahead of Danny Wells, but don't count out Danny Wells. He could possibly steal this. He could possibly steal Conference D away from Trent. But you know, both of these drivers.
Absolutely, and you know what? You got to watch out for him.
Well, both of these drivers are hoping to win Conference D because both of them are pretty much borderline between the top 12 and the wild card chase. And they're going to need those 20 points badly with 2 laps to go. It's pretty much back and forth at this point. Trent Dunham about a little less than a tenth of a second faster than Danny Wells. And they'll take the white flag. Danny Wells doing everything he can to catch up to Trent Dunham. Danny Wells was slightly faster in the previous lap. But will Trent Dunham make a mistake? He will not, and he comes out of turn 4, and Trent Dunham wins Conference D.
Wow, this is going to be very interesting for the Final Four.
Well, he's got, Trent Dunham definitely needed that 20 points. He wins Conference D. He gets 20, he'll get at least 20 points. And he needs that badly.
Yeah, redemption too.
Yeah. But Trent Dunham needed those 20 points badly because he is kind of borderline between the top 12 and the wild card. And he doesn't have a win yet, so he wants to get in via the top 12. He'd rather get in the top 12 than make it via the wild card, you know that?
Yep.
Well, that's it for the quarterfinals of the PORWC Adidas Knockout Series. Your winners of Conference A, B, C, and D, respectively, are Aaron Williams, Dylan Poteet, Rhett Yates, and Trent Dunham. Those guys will face off against each other in the semifinals, and I will announce who will face who in the semifinals later on in this video. And then I will announce more things later on, of course, to determine who will be our champion. Thank you for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the announcement on who will face who in the semifinals.